Hello and welcome to See Hope Podcast, where we are trying to find the hope in the world in many situations. And we have an awesome story for you tonight. But before we get to the story, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the show with your friends. We're only able to operate with your support. So thank you very much for watching. And we're going to get straight to it. Joining us tonight, we have an awesome guest, Tim.
Hey, my name's Tim. Here to talk about my charity, More Pay in May. So start the questions whenever you feel like it, and hopefully we'll be able to answer them.
So can you tell me what is More Pay in May?
So basically, More Pay May is about raising awareness to gambling harm and gambling addiction as well. So we want people to get together with their groups of friends, work colleagues, or family members to have a gambling-free month of May. So basically, we're encouraging people to have that month off of gambling because back in the day, I used to get my paycheck and gamble it all away, and I'm seeing it still in the youth today as well. So we're trying to raise that awareness, get people together collectively, and embark on a gambling-free month. So hopefully they have more of their paycheck and they actually realize how much they're gambling throughout the whole month as well. So that's really important to me. I've experienced gambling harm, and yes,
Gambling what?
gambling harm,
Harm.
harm.
Gambling harm.
Yeah,
Sorry.
gambling harm. So basically, we just want to try and get that a message out there that it's okay to take a month off and realize that you actually might be spending too much on gambling and not on the more important things in life as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. So has gambling you kind of mentioned that it has affected you. How big has it personally affected you?
Uh, yeah, big time. As far as much as you possibly could possibly think, but I might be only a drop in the ocean to some people that have other stories and larger effects as well. So I'm only going to share my story and
Yeah.
what I know of other people as well, but I can't really delve on other people's opinions and their thoughts and how they've affected. But
Yeah, so it was big for you.
yeah, big for me. In an example, that'd be perfect to say that. Yeah.
And how long have you been operating with this No Pay May?
We started in 2022, but I actually had the idea when I was 35, which was 7 years ago. 7 years ago, revealing my age. But it probably
21?
wasn't.
21?
Yeah, 21.
21.
So it wasn't until COVID came around when I actually had the opportunity to stop. And because everyone was locked up in their houses, I actually had the opportunity to get my book of dreams out. Very manly saying book of dreams, but there's so much stuff in there that I want to do in my life. And I actually noted down all the things that we need to do, try to draw logos and stuff like that. And and it came across that More Pay in May was the best rhyming name for a month to have a gambling free month because Dry July was booked, October was booked,
What's October?
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Oh, Oktoberfest. No, that's not
opposite,
about breaking
Yeah, but there's like
addiction.
yeah, well, true, but it's still like,
So
and then you've got November as well, and that's what I try to base it on. So I look
I
back
do
on
have an October one.
which is
I want to do No Tugtober.
okay, cool.
So it's breaking porn addiction.
Yes,
I
okay.
love to.
I'm sure a lot of people will be into that as well. That's great.
So,
um,
I thought it was a fun name as well.
hopefully it catches and
We'll
maybe
see.
start hashtagging it because that's probably important. To hashtag
Yeah.
no tug.
No Tug.
Over.
It's a ludicrous name. So can you start from like the beginning here? Like how did you start gambling? Like how did it start affecting your life? How early?
Oh, I didn't
affect it?
realize it was affecting my life until later on.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to put it. When it started when I was 18, and I mentioned it a few times on little videos that I've done, but I used to hang around people that I didn't know at the time had so much more money than me, and I just thought it was normal to gamble all your paycheck away. And that was
Because you're putting in the same amount.
yeah, I was putting the same amount and not knowing that they had a lot more money than me. So it was probably only 10% of their wages. And me thinking I've got to match this and keep up with, I don't know, was like the brotherhood or, like being cool and fitting in.
Yes.
And I've always been a very big individual in my life. Hence why I took up golf, because golf's a sport where it's all on your own.
Yeah.
basically. And
It's not a team.
You're
sport.
competing against yourself.
yeah, you're competing yourself in the course. It is a team sport, which we will get to with the golf day later on, and that's why I've chosen the golf day to launch our campaign this year for More Paid May. But we'll talk about that later. But back on when it started as well, we started with 17 people in 2012. Sorry, 2022. And it's great. That's including followers as well. We want to get the message out to as many people through social media links as well. So, yeah, 400. And then if we do that, I have put out like a challenge. If we do that, I'm open to suggestions of what I could do to prove my commitment. People have said to shave my beard off if we get to 400 people, or people can donate on the golf day to shave my beard off for me. That person can donate X amount of dollars. So I don't particularly want to shave my beard off.
It looks good on you.
Yeah, well, it fits my body, and it's covering a few chins as well. So, but yeah, that's something
I can relate.
yeah. So, but back on it, with the COVID, lock myself down, try to get all these things down, and then I had the support by a few of my really close friends to get on board and nut out the good processes. And sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know as well, and you can collaborate with those people and network with those people and grow what started off as a seed, and we're starting to become a plant and hopefully become a solid tree for the future generation when we're not here.
Yeah. So how did you know you were in kind of a rut or a situation?
So it wasn't, like I said, probably when I was 35. So I was a good way to probably I can't recall from years I was probably 25 till 32. I don't have any memory of that. I was living in a very blurred life.
Just going through the motions.
Going through the motions. I was at a job where I committed to a certain length of contract, working up every day, doing that job, going home. And because I put myself in a position where I had to file for insolvency and put all my debts together,
yeah,
and work it off without telling anyone. And that's what we'll get to later as well. This is a silent addiction. So I didn't tell anyone about my situation. I thought I could dig the hole deeper and get out of it on the other side, but it was burying me at the same time. So it wasn't till a car accident that happened, and that's when everything had to become clean, basically. And yeah, and my dad found out everything that was happening and helped me get to where I am today.
Yeah, so it's not silent until it's silent until it's not silent.
You
right?
can only blow a balloon up until it
That's
bursts.
right.
And that's a good analogy for anything, really. But I'm still seeing in the youth today, I've got to get the message out because I work with young uni students, and no disrespect to the people that work in my industry, I'm trying to get them to not end up like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you say the majority of the people that you've talked to and heard from, are they male, female? Is there sort of a...
So it's a good question, actually. We've got the support of a young lady and her family that are going through some financial hardship through gambling, effects of gambling. So it not only is it affecting the male that might be doing it, affects the families that are involved as well. So that's probably, it's the knock-on effect, because not only does it affect the families, affects your friends, and then obviously then your work comes involved as well. So, and then that's your career and you're gone. So you could say if it is the male in the relationship, it's also affecting the female in the relationship, and the other way around. If it is the female doing the expensive gambling, it'll affect the male as well. So it's a...
Have you found that with your relationships?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd be married with kids right now.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah. So it's affected you that much, that life is kind of really...
Yeah, but a good thing, I was actually talking to the young lady last night that's helping us, because I'm really bad at social media. She's fantastic at it. So and I asked her what's some good advice that I can do for this podcast tonight. And she said, just be yourself. And the good thing I said to her, like, and with past relationships, I said, if I turn back time and had a chat to myself to not do and be in position that I am today, that person would still be happy in the same position they're in now, if that makes sense. So if I go back in time and kept that relationship, or if I see it today with that person, they'll still be living a lovely life that I would offer, but just with somebody else, which is fine, because you got to go back. It's my problem. It's not their problem, and you've got to let that person go and move on for that person to grow and develop their own life as well.
That's very powerful.
Is that So it's I've accepted it. I know where I am in life and stuff like that, but it's hard. It's hard at the same time.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Without naming names.
Yes. You don't need to drop anyone's names here.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I'm not bagging anyone. I'm not going to rule anyone out, like, or whatever. But I don't know what the correct terminology is. But
so you are single right now?
Yeah.
Ladies, he is a catch.
Yeah.
I know him personally.
I'll
He's a lovely man.
Yeah, I am.
I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
And look,
I can cook. I can clean. Yeah, but on that, I'm not looking.
Yeah,
because I'm not ready.
You're not ready.
Yeah,
you get through this.
Yeah. Well, I want to help other people.
Yeah,
first.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nah, awesome.
So 400 people register to More Pay Me on our website. Social media links as well.
Yeah, we'll get those links and we'll chuck it in our description.
Yeah, definitely.
So guys, jump into our description and have a look, and you'll find those links, and we can go through some of the stats on how gambling has affected people.
Yeah.
So we've got a few just kind of overall stats here that Tim has sent us, and some of them are quite staggering. So let me just pull this up for you. And here we go. So this is the stats with the total number of people betting online continues to grow. And so from sports betting online and then race betting online, they're up what looks like that's you're going from 13% in 2006 to 88.4% in percent increase. That's
that. All this information's on the GambleAware website as well, so that's where I've pulled that from. So shout out to them to having that available for anyone to view.
And this is just sports betting. I would think that there's probably even worse for like
definitely
online pokies and stuff like that.
Lotteries, scratchies and stuff like that. Definitely.
Yeah. Who hasn't been in the lottery? Hey, have you ever done the lottery, John?
No, my parents would get us when they couldn't think of anything for birthday, Christmas, or
you get a scratchy.
Yeah.
That is, but there is some good news. You did send me this other one.
Is this the graph?
This is the graph. Participation in most forms of gambling has declined since 2019, which is by the graph. It looks like a significant drop on some of them, but it's only a few percent points. But people are waking up.
I see that as the cost of living.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just
people are starting to realize, I actually can't put my $50 bet on this week,
right,
or $100 bet on, or X amount of bet on, and because food comes first, bills come first, family comes first.
Do you think that once kind of everything kind of stabilizes and we start becoming I guess gaining wealth again, do you think you'll see those statistics then hit back up?
Well, they will.
I guess
it'll all yo-yo, but the whole point, again, back to More Pay Me, is helping people realize that they may have an issue with their gambling and they might be spending too much money. And I think I've mentioned it to you before. We're not telling people stop gambling, right? We're telling people just be mindful of what you're doing, have a month off, and see where you're at, and you might realize how much you've actually got left over. And and that might be going to more important things in your life as well.
Yeah, anecdotally, I've been working in the trade industry, and the young tradies, so young blokes who have just come out of school. They're now getting their first paycheck. It's quite a bit of money. They're actually in an above award industry.
Yep.
And even just like the last night, we are splitting off to go into our separate areas, and we're kind of having a little bit of a powwow, goodbye.
Yep.
And we just went to the local, and a bunch of those young blokes split off, went to the pokies.
Yep.
lost hundreds of bucks.
Yep. Yep.
That was
And
that was payday.
And that's the target audience that we're looking for.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's so many of these social influencers, I think they're called,
Yeah.
that are promoting harmful gambling, and they're getting their money for free, and they're showing this entertaining outcome and hardcore losses as well. And the kids and the youth for today are seeing this as a fun thing to do, but it's not their real money. It's not real money. It's monopoly money. And then they realize, oh, I'm using my own paycheck, and that's happened to me. And it happened to me before, but
yeah. So do you think
it's
like
false advertising?
digital currencies have kind of really, like, I guess all our currency going digital, you're not having it there in your hand.
Yeah.
It's just numbers on a page.
Yeah.
Them disappearing would make it, I guess, a lot easier for those.
Well, back in the day, you could overdraw your account too.
Yeah.
You just
Okay.
can just keep going until the bank actually caught onto it before you withdraw too much money, type of thing.
Yeah.
And then you get paid. And if your bank's already
I think-
negative 200,
Yeah.
there's $200 already the following week.
Can you use credit cards to gamble, right?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Which is a great
That's a great
initiative.
thing. I think anyone should just stay clear of credit cards altogether.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Look, there's a wise there's a wise way to use them, but you got to be around the right people and get the right financial advice as well. So
yeah.
that's really important.
Just a bit earlier, you were talking about how kids think it's cool to they see the influencers and all
Yeah.
that.
So there's like, again, I'm never gonna name names, but there's a group of guys that go out there and put big bets on horses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's the comments I've seen some of the comments that.
So these are online interview.
Yeah, they're just
influencers.
they're watching videos, and it's the guys putting big bets on horses and dogs and stuff like that, and it's not. I don't think it's their money. Like, and the kids are seeing this and going, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do the same thing." But he's the exception.
Yeah.
Out of the millions that are doing it, and that's why these gambling companies are promoting all this stuff, because they're making money off it.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
But my point was that we know the effects of cigarettes already. There's plenty of information out there, but people, young people especially, still think it's cool to do it.
Yep.
How
and vaping as well.
Vaping,
yeah.
How do you get through to people like that? I've worked with people that you pull them to the side and say, you need to quit now, you're ahead.
Yep.
And they won't quit until they're gone.
That's a different topic, and I'm not too educated on that. But it's, again, knowledge and getting in the right resources on why you should be quitting. You know what I mean? You can go to the facts of throat cancer and all that as well. So it depends on what avenue you go down as well. So I can't really talk too much about that. But the more, it's all about information and getting them to understand where it could lead and what the possibilities. If they continue down that road as well.
I think having peer pressure is a huge thing for young blokes, for young kids, and I think we just need to actually just change it to be a positive peer pressure. So hey, I think they haven't, me just saying to them at last night, don't do it, man.
Yep.
It's not worth it.
Yep.
And that was, I guess, the first time they've actually been challenged. And I guess some of the best advice I can give people is find those guys who are going to look out for you and not just cheer you on, because so many of them would just sit back and watch you do it.
Yep. You are what you are with the people.
It's like a game to them.
Yep.
It's, yeah.
Definitely.
Would your friends back in the day reinforce your addiction?
What do you mean by that?
Spur you on to put bigger bets on? And
they weren't spurring me on. I just thought that's what we did. Those are the people I was hanging around at the time. So
it's more about fitting in than
actual, and like I mentioned earlier, I've been an individual in my whole entire life. I've always done my own thing, and probably because you go through that age, and you just mentioned you're trying to talk to the younger generation.
Yeah.
It is hard to get through them, but sometimes they've got to fail and see it themselves before moving on. And we just want to make sure they're aware of it, because once they put that $50 in the pokies and lose, they might not do that ever again and realize, oh, here's a light bulb moment. Tim is actually right.
I actually think there's a lot of a lot of power in what you're promoting, being more pay in May. That just even getting them to take a step back for 1 month, and going, look at the money that I'm gonna have at the end of
one weekend.
Yeah,
here we go. So
it's all baby steps, right?
Last year, I was approached by 2 people.
Yeah,
that I would never consider even taking up more pay in May.
Yeah,
never in my life, and that was inspirational to me, to the fact that I'm doing the right thing and I'm getting the message out. Because those people are notorious Saturday afternoon at the races after golf, having a gamble. And for them to go, Tim, I'm going to support you this weekend for more pay May, that told me that I'm on the right track.
You're on the right track.
You know,
yeah.
To hitting people that I wouldn't even put on my list to talk to, shows the support that I'm getting and the growth of More Pay in May. And through social media, I've had so many people reach out to me as well that I would never meet in my life.
Yeah.
And I might not ever meet, even though I want them to come to the launch of the golf day.
Yeah.
Obviously, social media is Australia-wide. Not everyone can make these events.
Not even just Australia-wide, international.
Yeah, well, it will be. It will be. That's the plan.
Yeah.
And
let's take this overseas.
Yeah, definitely. So we're in the middle of doing that. That'll probably be launched next year. But
that's exciting.
It is one step at a time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're having a strategy day next Saturday to map all that out. So that looks exciting for us. But the question back was, before, you were saying what were you saying before about that?
I can't remember.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, it's all good.
I do like to ramble.
No.
We're like the people that like they came to me and I was just that empowers me
to keep going. To do more. That you're on the right track.
If I'm hitting people that aren't interested, imagine what the people I'm hitting if are interested.
So how long have you been, I guess, sober, gambling sober?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I probably should start tracking.
Yeah.
A while.
Yeah.
A while. So
it's what you're telling me. It's doable.
Oh yeah. It's it's easy for me to say it's doable, right?
Well,
But you need that's why we're trying to bring that support group in with your work colleagues, your family members, or your mates, your close mates, to do it together. Right. So Movember, and we took that model off Movember, and we think Movember's a fantastic initiative, right?
Yeah.
I believe that's for mental health and prostate cancer as well. So we try to model it off that, because you need the support of the brothers, your sisters, right? And your family members or work colleagues, because you never know who's gambling at work as well. And bring that together, because you need that support to lean off it. And we originally wanted to do groups of 3, because it's a tripod, you can all lean on each other and hold each other up. And it's expanded to a lot more tripods.
It's good. It's good. I like that. I like that analogy. The tripod, very strong. No, that's awesome. Yep. And is there, so you guys have only really just started out. You're really just getting into your stride. How can people be supporting More Pay in May, not just participating, but they see value in what you're doing? What's the best way for people to actually get in there and support you guys?
Well, we do have a golf day coming up this year to launch the More Pay in May. And last year we did it at Gosford Golf Course. Great golf course, lovely people. But I did it last year at Gosford Golf Course because I wanted to say goodbye to the golf course, because that's where I started my gambling, and that's where it went out of control. And I actually did my speech to everyone where the pokers used to be.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so, and that was the first time my parents ever heard that speech as well. So that was pretty cool. But the support I got from everyone in the room, which was just under 100 people, kind of a standing ovation.
Wow.
Yeah, it was actually pretty.
How did that make you feel?
Yeah, it was, the next day made me feel really good in the moment. It was great to get that support from people and stuff like that. But this year we are launching with a charity golf day, and it's all about, the reason I've chosen golf as it, because I think it's a great way to get out in the fresh air with your mates, talk about anything you want to be talking about. It's a good opportunity because not everyone, and I'm pretty sure us 3 can talk about it now. There's things that are going through your head right now that might even be talking about the podcast. It might not even be talking about More Pay in May as well. So in the back of your brain, if you have good friends and my good friends, they're the people you want to be talking to about because they're the people that are supporting you. And that's why I brought golf into it, because that's my passion. And I just want to make sure people realize that it's not about the golf.
It's not about,
the golf day. It's that's just how we're launching it, to get the awareness out there and spark the event for the campaign for More Pay in May. And it's just a great day to get out with your friends and walk and talk and have some fun.
I see you got a lot of merch there as well.
Yeah, I've actually got a couple of hats for you to wear. So I don't know who has the biggest head, but there's one large
him. He's the
and one triple extra large, which is called Jumbo in the FlexiFit hat.
You're the one with the big brain. I'm going to put this on now.
Yeah, so the hats are actually available on our website, and the shirts as well. I want to let you know that these hats in the shop are $40 naturally. Looks good on you.
Yeah,
it really does. Yeah,
look
it does.
Good on me.
Everyone, have a look. They're pure hats. And the 8 stitching means it's a genuine hat as well. So, Mum being a seamstress, she's told me that over the time, and that
does feel pretty nice actually.
Yeah, it's a great hat.
It's a good hat.
Put it on. Check it out.
Go on, get it on there,
it's
John.
Good for you. Yeah, we've also got these the shirts as well.
That fits your head pretty well. You must have a big head.
They're only $30 on the website, which is a steal if you want good quality FlexiFit caps as well. So and the shirts, which we'll be selling on the golf day.
Yeah.
And these are for golfers out there. These are quality FootJoy shirts. They're stretchy, so your swing can go really long and large as well.
So I'm terrible at golf.
Yes.
So I'll golf right-handed. Actually,
before you go any further, golf day is not for golfers. It's for golfers and for people that have never played the game. And a good example of that, last year, my best friend Aaron James Ryan came to the golf day, and he doesn't golf.
But it's a good time with the team.
But that's not. He came there to support the charity.
Yeah.
Support the day. Support the mission. And there's so many people this year coming to the golf day that don't even attempt.
Which day is the golf day?
So 2nd of May, Corinda Waters Golf Course. Registration's at 7 a.m. But there's only 4 or 5 team spots left, which is great. Hopefully we get a full field, which will be perfect. But we've got pretty lucky this year with Wesley Mission coming on board, Gamble Aware coming on board.
Oh, good.
And we've got a few activities that are lined up through those 2 companies that the people participating in the golf activities will need to complete throughout the day.
Yeah.
And don't particularly want to pencil this in, or let's say pencil it in. I've heard a few larger figures are coming to the golf day as well.
Ooh.
That on the side of gamble awareness.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do.
Awesome.
So, and I believe they want to make this Australia-wide on their part. So my goal is to make sure this is as successful as possible.
Yeah.
Bigger and better than last year. And nearly every team that's registered last year is already registered for this year.
Yeah, yeah.
And the sponsors that we've got, it's been humbling to get the support that we've got now.
Yeah. I would definitely like to give it a go. I'll tell you how bad I am though first. So I've done a few golfing ranges, so like aqua golf and stuff like that. I will. So let's say straight on here, I'm golfing, going to shoot that way.
Yep.
And I will hit the ball, and it will go 90 degrees that way.
Yep.
So I was with my mate, and there's a little barrier there. It went straight into the barrier, and I made him jump for his daylights. So scared the living daylights out of him.
Yep.
Because I guess that's how I swung. So I actually had to turn the club pretty much 90 degrees. So when I swung, it actually went forwards.
Yep.
That did work for me. I wouldn't mind giving. I've never actually played a round of golf. I've only done a few golfing ranges. I can kill it in the putt.
Well, there's people coming that's never played golf before too.
That put me on that.
Ambrose.
That's what it's an Ambrose event as well. So
you'll be right.
What's Ambrose?
So Ambrose basically it's a 4-person Ambrose event. So 4 people will tee off, and you take the best ball, and everyone will hit from that ball until it's on the green until you're in the hole.
Yeah.
So you would probably have like Tiger Woods scores, Scotty Scheffler scores on out of 4 people. So it's a fun day where people don't get the opportunity to putt for birdies and eagles, and could sink it for their team.
That's
and have a bit of fun. Yeah.
You any good at golf, John?
Very good. I like the one good shot in the day.
Have you ever played?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've played an actual round of golf?
Yeah.
I've never played a round of golf. I'd love to give it a go. I mean, when I was younger, we went to a golf course once, and I got to watch. I was too young to actually do anything, but watching my dad go around, I was like, "Oh, this looks pretty fun." It's outdoors, it's walking around, but I didn't get to do anything. So.
Yeah. It's a strong mental game.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, and
oh well, then you're gonna fail, aren't you? Nah, he's good. He's good.
Well, Uncle Terry might be coming along with Travis, Ryan, and Ben.
Yeah.
To form a team, so that'll be pretty.
Does
cool.
it cost anything? How much does it cost to form a team?
So to form a team is $500. So it's $125 each,
yep.
and you get all the bells and whistles for that as well. We're not making any money off the golf day. So yeah, it's for those people that know golf, and it's at Quinta Waters. It's for breakfast, lunch, golf carts, and drink vouchers.
Golf carts sound fun.
Yeah, and and obviously a goodies pack, kind of like a show bag, a Birdie Beetle bag for everyone as well. Not chocolates, but golf.
You lost me at not chocolate.
Well, we are talking to Mars Confectionery at the moment to see if we can get some stuff, but that's tomorrow's question. But
Mars, if you're watching,
Nestle,
Nestle,
Mars Nestle, yeah,
Mars Nestle, jump on it.
Yeah,
this sounds like killer
opportunity.
Killer opportunity. Get the chocolate in there, you'll get me in there. Nah, I really want to get it on.
But yeah, for $125, like all the social media posts that we've done and people have commenting, they're actually questioning, are you sure it's only $125 type of thing?
Yeah.
Because that's a lot. You're getting a lot for $125.
Yeah.
And I get that we're asking for $125 and telling people to stop gambling, you know what I mean? But it's kind of contradicting itself.
Yeah.
But it's a great day out with your friends. You're going to have so much more fun than you think. The lasting memories to the point where everyone's come back from last year. That's how good it was.
That is there, 100% return rate.
Yeah,
that's a good verse.
And
good way to go.
The rewards or the prizes that we've got and the auction items that we have to help us raise money is phenomenal as well.
What's your favorite thing in the auction this year? So far.
Well, big fan of Scotty Cubis on Cypress Lakes. He's done a package for 4 people in carts up there, and Cypress Lakes is in the Hunter Valley. Great golf course, premium golf course as well. Not knocking all the other golf courses that have helped us as well, but I'll be pretty chuffed if I won that one as an auction prize, or might be just a actual prize. You never know. You got to play to find out.
Got to play to find out.
Yes. So last year the winners got that and many other things as well. So we've been blessed.
Sounds like a no-brainer. That sounds like a great day.
100%. Like if you're interested in golf, if you're interested in having fun, if you're interested in supporting your mates.
Yeah. I think that's the important thing there.
Yep.
Just bring it home. I would like to try get there to support you.
Yeah. So we are looking for volunteers as well. And last year, it was actually a beautiful sight to see my mum being on a golf course for the first time. And I didn't realize at the time it was her first time on a golf course. And I got her to be on the hole where you take the professionals golf drive. Now, we're hoping to get Zach Churcher to be there on the golf day, and people will take the pros drive. And normally a pro will hit it a long, long way to help that group have a better shot to make birdie or eagle on that hole. And my mum on that day was taking photos of the groups with our billboard and then telling people to take their shot from the pros drive and try and beat the pros drive. It was just fun.
Did anyone get close?
No one got close. It was just, it was a
they're pros for a reason,
drive.
Right?
Yeah, exactly right. But and again, it's all about raising money for what we're trying to do, and hopefully we get enough the goal is to create an app, a More Pay May app, which will have like a budget on there, you break down, and have BetStop on there. I don't know if I've mentioned BetStop yet, but I am a lifetime member of BetStop.
Yep.
Those who don't know what BetStop is and feel like you want to give it a go, basically it's a self-exclusion initiative from the government. strongly suggest if you feel like you need a week off, a month off, or a year off, or a lifetime off gambling because you're gambling too much, strongly suggest BetStop because it's definitely changed my life for the better. And I'll give you an example. I would never be here right now if it wasn't for BetStop.
As in here in the room, or here
in the room? I would not be.
Yeah, you wouldn't be on this podcast right now.
Yeah, like the opportunities that my life's getting back, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm I've the other day, and I apologize to my nieces and nephews, but I gave my best friend his son a birthday present. I've never done that in my life.
Yeah,
because I had money to do that.
Wow.
I mean, it's the kid gets tons of presents, but it's got nothing to do that. At least I know I'm able to do that.
Yeah,
and get and then that's and having that opportunity to show the people that I neglected, I can hopefully repay them slowly, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's probably a good way to put that. Just being there for others. Like, for instance, we went to Auntie Rosie's birthday.
Yeah,
I wouldn't normally do that. And the last 3 Christmases I've been to, I never went to Christmases.
Yeah, I was pretty happy to have you there.
Yeah, like
I always enjoy a conversation with you.
Yeah, but as an example, that's the perfect example. Like, I always made an excuse to not go.
Is that because you had no money?
Well, yeah, and I was hiding from myself as well.
Carrying like shame.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it. Yeah, but I think I've been to 3 in a row now. So, and I think Travis has got Christmas this year, and that'll be a powerful Christmas. I think. Looking forward to what Travis does.
Mate, it's awesome hearing your story of how you've gone through it. You've come out the other side, and I reckon your story can give hope to others that they can do the same thing. And this is why you're here tonight, is because we're here to promote Morpay and May, and to promote your story of hope. And I think there's so much power in actually coming out the other side. And the amazing thing is that you're now here to talk about it, to help others through it.
Definitely.
And people will get through life, they feel like they're doing it alone. Guys, you're not alone.
Yeah.
We're here. We want to help people. Tim, he's here he's passionate about it. And if you want to reach out through the comments or the podcast, if you don't, or reach out on his website, and I'm sure he'll take you up
website,
on that.
Social media. You'd be surprised who's actually contacted me. It's actually heartwarming to know that people are actually going to open up and talk to me about it. So their experiences, and I can then share my experiences with them as well. And it's not about big experiences or my experience is bigger than yours.
Yeah.
Just talk about it. You'll be surprised. And hopefully we're here again tomorrow to talk about it more.
Yeah. I want to actually bring up this video. John actually sent me this video a long time ago, and it's this young Aussie bloke. He's young bloke. He's lost a lot, and it's something that's hit him, and it really really touched my heartstrings, and I want to share it with everyone tonight. Channel 7, this is a shout out to you, and we'll put your link in there. So thank you for providing this kind of content for us, so we can actually show everyone what's going on in the world. Wrong one. Let's get this up.
Yeah, hi guys. My name's Harry. I'm a gambling addict in recovery. I'm 25 years old. I've been an addict since I was 18. I started out when I was 17, going to the pub, as Rebecca said, after starting my apprenticeship. And
seeing it
going to the pub and just with the older boys and playing pokies, only small bets. Which then the day I turned 18, I downloaded my first online bookmaker, and I was offered a deposit match on the first one I got. Within a month or so, I was hooked. I was losing everything I was earning. I've lost over $400,000 in the last 7 years due to my addiction, and I've probably been offered, I don't know, over $100,000 in deposit matches and bonus bets. I've withdrawn $10,000 in my super when the super thing came out, because I didn't think I'd have a future. I had a $17,000 $17,000
no
loan
hope,
for a
hey?
ute that I had, which I sold, and I spent a lot on the horses in one day. I've owed money on that loan for the last 5 years, constantly going on to default, not paying it back, spending all the money on the punt, spending every single cent I've earned on the punt. I've borrowed money, stolen money, not paid money back to punt. I've been to rehab for my gambling. I spent the whole of the 2021 Christmas holidays in a rehab in Sydney due to my gambling, and I'm only just starting to get good now. So I'd like
That's a very powerful story.
You spoke really well too.
He did.
Very,
He's done
very covered.
really well there.
The caption there was banning ads for live events.
Yeah, 100%. I think they're all over that now. I think they're doing it. On the topic of that, last year when Morpay May came in, as leading into May, a particular gambling company had a promotion called May Bets with Your Mates. And I was like, is that like a play on words of what I'm trying to do? Morpay and May, get your mates together.
Actually, like, so
the betting companies are promoting May Mates, bet with your bet with your mates in May.
Yeah.
So they were trying to flip it and stuff like that. So that's encouraging for me.
Yeah, that they see as a threat.
Yeah, good, because we're coming and we're not stopping.
Yeah,
with that,
good resolve.
Should there be more done? Because they're not doing it through the live event, but halftime comes and that you can still see ads.
Bet responsibly.
Yeah,
there's no such thing as that.
And then also on the actual live event, the sidelines have just the standing signs.
Oh, the flickers through gambling things,
and also the goalposts can be, and also I think there's like Bet Stadium or something like.
Point Bet Stadium and stuff like that. Yep. So that's, I believe that is Manly. I believe Manly sponsored by Point Bet Stadium. A lot of these businesses and companies and sporting leagues are funded by these large things, and that's why they promote it as well. So a lot of them are given bonus bets, as that young man was saying, and these athletes are could possibly be sending the wrong image and message to the younger generation as well, especially the youth. So I do have a couple of school teachers as friends, and they are planning on buying these shirts and wearing them to school. So because some of the kids are gambling themselves, and they're 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
And they're using their
pocket money.
But their parents like, Dad, can you put first try score on for me and stuff like that? And that's a good ad back in the day where like a family was having friends over, and the father goes, "Oh, go get barbecue. Go get me a beer, son." You know what I mean? And the kid gets a beer, thinks it's cool to get a beer and stuff like that, and watches his father get drunk and do unfortunate things to the mother, and that it's like a monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah,
very powerful. That. So it's very, very similar, I guess. But he's hoping we get the message out to as many people as possible, and with the support of Morpay, we'll get Gamble Aware and Wesley Mission and all the other sponsors that we've got coming on board. I don't want to stay. I can sit back and relax.
Yeah, the war's never done.
Yeah, exactly right. So we've got here now. What can we do?
That's right.
What's next?
And I think there's something that we actually need to don't do it alone, because the people you're up against, the juggernaut, the gambling industry that it is, has put a lot of money into research, into finding out what will get your click-throughs, will get you into it, will get you hooked with the endorphins and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's pokies are designed to get you hooked. The sounds, you were telling us before that all these things are just designed for it.
Well, the YouTube documentary called Kaching is a documentary about how they designed and the sounds of poker machines.
Yeah.
And they tested it on all different types of animals and stuff like that. And you see it today, and it's all, like I posted on Instagram tonight, the pokies play you.
Yeah, 100%. So, guys, don't do it alone. we're all here for you. We want to do it as a team. We want to do it together. We want to see everyone have more pay in May and be able to look after themselves and look after their families.
Have more of your paycheck in the month of May instead of giving it to people that already have too much money.
Use that as a stepping stone for greater things.
Yeah, 100%. Build your future, and future you will thank you. Trust me. And a good quote that my dad's always said is, if you want to know your future, have a look at your past. In other words, if you keep doing what you're doing, that will be your future. So if you don't change the things that might not be working for you, that will be your future. So it's a really positive message. I feel comfortable sharing, and it's an important message to younger generations, because you just, some of you might pass this off as, but hopefully we manage to get one person in there and plant that seed to you, because that life will change, and I promise you that.
Yeah, I had a guy last night who was like, "Oh, this is the place I gamble because I've never lost here." He came back,
lost.
He lost.
Yeah,
he came back, lost over 200. I think it was over $200.
Yeah.
But like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money to just lose.
Yeah, especially in today's world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for an apprentice, you said.
Yeah, apprentice.
Yeah,
apprentice wages.
Yeah,
and you guys get paid pretty well.
Yeah, we're above award, and so we're looked after pretty well, and so we are. Some of those younger blokes are getting way more than the people that we go to TAFE with, and they need to realize that how good they've got it, and not lose it, because I've started from zero, not because of gambling, but because of something else. I started from zero pretty much. I think I had a motorbike in my name, and that was it. And that started in 20. That's when I was 28 years old. I'm 32 now. I'm about to jump on trying to buy a house. If I didn't go through that, I would have a house already.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be such a struggle of what it is now.
Yeah.
And I know what it is like to be at rock bottom, and I'm sure a lot of people on the podcast and at this table would sympathize that it's not a nice place to be. It's not a nice place to face. But sometimes it is that wake up call. I always thought, I'm never gonna own a house. I'm always gonna rent. Another resource I used was the Barefoot Investor. That book changed my life around, got me thinking, what am I using my money for? And money's not the worst thing in the world. You can do some really good things with money. And
I might have to reach out to him, see if he wants to come
Scott
on board.
Pape. Yeah, I reckon that'll be great.
Yeah.
Jump on that. Scott Pape, if you're watching, we want you on this channel as well. I think you've brought heaps of hope to Australians like myself who didn't thought they would never get to this place.
Yeah.
And
it's powerful, isn't it? It's awesome.
It is powerful. That is 100% what it is. Powerful. You are able to take control of your future and to make yourself whole. Really, it was very liberating. And guys, it takes a while to get over addiction. It takes the research says it takes about 5 years to get over addiction. So even starting now, if you're already addicted, start now, because if you're 18, then you're waiting till you're 23 to be fully actually over that addiction if you don't relapse at all. So jump on it now.
And one day at a time, 1 week at a time. Every time you don't gamble or don't smoke or don't drink, it's a win. It's a personal win.
Yeah,
that's right. Share it with your friends.
Yeah.
Share it with your friends.
My
share
dad's
it with
actually
your family.
got a song called "One Day at a Time." It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's not just about taking one day at a time, and you set your goals up.
That's it.
It's one day at a time. It's a beautiful song.
So outside of a cultural change, is there some sort of legislation that you would want to see implemented? You saw on the statistics that the apps are generating more revenue.
Well, I think a good initiative that Crown Casino Melbourne's done is putting a limit on how much you can spend in a 24-hour period. And I do think it should be compulsory. Or there's got to be some sort of scenario where if you are on a gambling app, there's got to be you can only spend X amount of dollars or something. You need to, or how much are you earning I don't know if that's a good thing, but okay, this now only auto generates you to only put $10 in your account because that's all you can afford.
Yeah.
Type of thing. And I know that might sound as controlling, and brings us back to the movie and the book 1984, but yeah, it's really important that, I don't know, like it's a hard one to talk about because it's an opening a can of worms, because you got to be careful what you say as well, because I could be a hypocrite as well, saying things, but it'd be just good to see some sort of restrictions or some sort of discussion. And I know they are trying to do it with what I just mentioned about the casino in Melbourne having limited or access to after 24 hours, and you set your own budget and stuff like, which is great, because there's been so many times where me as a person just kept going back to the ATM, going back to the ATM, going back to the ATM until you got no money, type of thing. And it's a good initiative, and we've got to celebrate the small wins as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And hopefully it grows, because if we can see that being success, they'll then go to the next step, and then the next step as well. And all these businesses, all these bookies, and they're only in it to make their future bigger and stronger.
Yeah,
because they can see the devil in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not saying they're the devil. I'm saying that they can see where they can manipulate and make money off other people, which is sad.
Yeah, you need to read. I think it's called the Dragon under the Bed. Have you heard of that one?
No.
All right.
Dragon under the bed.
Yeah, pretty much. The mother's in denial that the son's brought a dragon home until it consumes the whole house. When it gets too big,
right.
you talk about bursting the bubble.
Yep.
That's sort of like the demon that you let in your own self.
Like the elephant in the room.
Yeah, same sort of thing.
But he was trying to hide it under his bed.
Yeah. Well, again, like I'm a perfect example. Didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
And my parents found out last year more of the story that they didn't know. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm not ashamed about what I've done, and I've had many experiences when I was young where my cousin, when I was living with Ben, we went and rented movies out. Back in the day, you had to rent movies to watch them.
Yeah, to go to Blockbuster.
To get Blockbuster. And we used to go, right, we're going to watch all these Jean-Claude Van Damme movies tonight. And we sat down in the lounge, and my best friend at the time, and still is, we looked at each other and we go, casino, and we get up and leave. And my cousin was there just going, what? Where are you going? And we just went straight to the casino.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So was it...
just stupid.
Yeah,
just dumb.
Was it both of, like, would one of you initiate, or would both of you initiate at different times?
The weird thing about me and my best friend, we can telepathically talk to each other.
Right. Yeah.
With eye gestures.
Yeah,
and stuff
I can
like
do that as well.
Yeah, that's good.
You also finish each other's sandwiches.
Yeah, so and we only went down there to play poker, Texas Hold'em, because back in the day, Texas Hold'em was like the craze and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and there was a point where a family member needed money from me. I'm like, can I borrow money? I needed money. I'm like, oh crap, I got none. So guess what I'm going to do?
Go gamble.
Yeah, so I went to the casino on a Friday, and it wasn't until someone said, hey, I've been here for, I think they said 18 hours or something, and I haven't seen you get up out of the poker table yet. And I didn't realize it was Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, so I didn't eat. I didn't go to the toilet at all.
You were captured. It was just in that machine.
Yeah, it sounds really bad, but
was it? But you had like
I was winning.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, and it wasn't much. I think it was $1,200, but I only went there with $200.
Yeah.
And back in the day, I consider myself knowing how to play the game of poker.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't recall the last time I played poker.
Yeah.
Like I don't used to have poker nights with the boys all the time. Obviously everyone grows up and moves on and lives their own life. But yeah, back in the day it was kind of like a Friday night thing with all the guys back in the day, poker nights. Yeah, everyone put $10 in and stuff like that. And yeah, that was pretty Memories.
Yeah.
Flashbacks.
So addiction tends to play on people's emotions and whatnot. Did you find that you found yourself gambling more when, I guess, life had you down? And
well, yeah, it was kind of like
or is it just
chocolate,
yeah,
type of thing like that. I found, oh, cool. I don't have many friends in my life. I can watch the footy and put a bet on, and they can be my friend if that is, because no one really wants to talk to me and stuff like that, which you don't realize at the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You don't realize, and again, chocolate is a good example where people can escape and go eat their feelings with food and stuff like that. And yeah, that's a good scenario. I guess you can. Is that relatable to your question? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like I guess a lot of addiction is fueled by like shame and stuff, or feeling when you're down. It's the thing you turn to make you feel better. Now, for porn addiction, it is you watch the porn, you feel ashamed for watching the porn, and because you feel ashamed, you actually turn to porn again. And so it's this vicious cycle.
Yep.
I would think it would be very similar for maybe even gambling, that you get that one win, and so then it gets you going, oh yeah. But then if you're losing, you're like, oh mate, I just need that next win.
I need to get it. I need to get it. I need to go. Yeah, and that's what they encourage on this social media thing.
Yeah,
where people are going, oh, I'm now gambling. Oh, this guy is a quitter. He stopped before he made it big. And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
So it's so bad. It's like the devil talking, in my opinion.
He's on your shoulder. Just going, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I think it's also most of the people that have the issue are young men in Australia.
Yes,
the majority.
Because it's
a culture that
it's like, oh, look at me.
I think also, like, so for me, I've got a really competitive nature. If I lose, like, I play skipbo, no money in it with my wife. If I lose, I'm like, we can't go to bed until we play another game. I need to win.
Can you do me a favor? What skipbo?
Skipbo is card game.
Okay,
so it's not money.
Okay, I've never heard of Skipbo either.
Okay.
I actually thought it was like something to do with frisbees or something.
I thought it had something to do with bones, like skipping
or
dice over a bone or something.
If I'm playing chess on like the app, it's free. Then no money in it at all.
Yep.
If I lose, I'm like, no, I need to win. But if I win, I'm like,
okay, that's enough.
I'm on a winning streak.
Oh, right.
I need to keep going. Like, so it's you lose, you lose.
Yeah. Okay.
That was with me with like playing video games online. And I got to get that chicken dinner. Every time I got the chicken dinner, okay, one more. But if you're so close, you're like, all right, guys, one more. And you just end up, till 2 a.m. And you're like, that one more turned into 15 more.
It's kind of like scrolling through Instagram videos. You realize, oh my God, it's 2 a.m.
Mate, you're versing these giants in these industries that have put so much research behind the human brain and which gets us to tier.
100. Yeah.
That's where we need our mates the most. I wouldn't have broken my porn addiction without the friends around me.
Yeah.
Now, one of the actual drivers, one of the biggest tools I used for that was accountability app. So if I used my phone to look up anything, it would actually send them a notification so they could come check on me. Because normally it was like when you're down, that's when you turn to it, and so, or when you're bored, and so if they can kind of head you off at the pass, so you start looking at something, they get a notification, ring you up, going, "Is everything all right? Let's talk about it. Let's get on this." And is that something that's in your world at all? Is that something that could be considered? Because I found that the power of just knowing my friends not were there like to just keep an eye on me, but I felt like they were there behind me, cheering me on.
Yep.
And they were there to catch me if I fell.
Yeah, that's a similar scenario and concept of what we're trying to do with More Pain, mate. Having that support group with you.
Yeah.
And this would never have come about without the 4 guys that have come on board to be on the board of More Pain May. And that's Nathan, Aaron, Tony, and Gavin. They've been pillars, basically. They've been holding me up, and they've all got so many ideas, and the networking that we're doing together, and that's it's really important that you've got those people in your life, because if there's people not supporting you in positive ways, then they're not the right people for you. And I guess everyone's scenario is different as well. But you got to go through. Sometimes not everyone has that ability to have good friends with you as well. And I think that's probably the biggest opportunity for me personally is getting people that I've let down on board for what I'm trying to do, if that makes sense. So there's so many people out there that probably don't want to have a bar of me or what I'm trying to do as well, which is fine. But it's not about me anymore.
Yeah, it's a bigger picture.
The bigger picture as well. So I respect that decision for those people that aren't even interested or not even considering, because it's me personally.
Yeah.
But there's also, you'd be surprised that one of their mates might be struggling and might need that conversation and support, like you said, in that phone call. There's been times where I have had that conversation with my best friend, Aaron, and he's had to call me about a few things as well. And he calls me about fatherhood stuff. I'm like, man, I'm the last person to be talking to. I don't have kids, you know what I mean? I'll probably never get the opportunity to be a father. But this guy is the perfect person to have around kids. I don't know if he's known Aaron, but his whole life is revolved about kids.
Yeah.
And he's perfect. But he still relies on me thinking outside of the square of what he would see as a father, and what would I do in this situation?
Yeah.
And, and that's another good opportunity to, or what you're trying to say as well, because there's a support group and something that I wouldn't have a clue about, but I might go, oh, what about this? Have you tried that? Yeah. Oh, no, I haven't. I'll give that a go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully that gives you a good analogy.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
I do have another question.
Yeah.
For those, I guess, having such a losses and stuff, you would carry so much shame, and you wouldn't want to really bring that up to your friends or your family. So, what advice would you give to those people who know, like, they need to change something, but they feel like they're going to be, I guess, severely judged by the people around them by just coming out and talking about it? Because I think breaking that shame cycle is probably the best thing that we can do for young men or anyone who's in this.
I can give you a good answer to that. And I have watched the TV show Ted Lasso a few times, and for the people out there might know this, but the truth will set you free, but at first it'll piss you off. So that's, until you give that opportunity yourself to let everyone know how bad it is for yourself, it's going to annoy you for a while, but after it'll feel good. Might just start talking
and with that
and stuff like that.
With that, did you know that you had a problem?
Oh yeah, but I kept it under the wraps for a while so when I went and put all my debts into one basket and paid it off over a period of plan, that set me back to square. So insolvency is different to bankruptcy, I believe. But I paid it off earlier as well. I was making sure I was paying it off earlier, like extra money every time. And then that gave me a good credit rating. My credit rating today is the highest I've ever had it. And I'm pretty proud. That's pretty proud. I'm pretty proud about that.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen it. I'm not
awesome.
going to mention it. It's in the excellent of the category, which is beautiful for me. You know what I mean? And
it might just be what some people might see that as such a small victory, but like that's such an awesome victory to hear, and to hear your enthusiasm, and see the excitement on your face.
Because I've worked hard to get it back, and back on, with the people I was mentioning before that don't want to bar on what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do, like show that I'm actually trying as well. But, back on your question about what was it again? Because I like to ramble on many other things as well.
Yeah, so you're honest with yourself though that you had a problem. And
I had a problem, and who knows? And I'm trying. I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm not going to ever relapse again as well. I can't tell you that.
Did you have resources at the time to help you through that, or
my mates, my friends, talking to them? We used to do. It's called the 8th of the 8th weekend with my two best friends, where we used to go every 8th of the 8th weekend, which is the 8th of August.
Yeah.
We used to go away for the whole weekend, and that would be a massive gambling weekend, drinking weekend and stuff like that. We don't do that anymore. We don't need to do that anymore.
You can come
You
to
know what we do? Have a guess what we do instead.
Knit.
We play golf.
Yeah.
And we talk about things. We play video games. We watch movies. We like
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I love Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Shout
out to Jean-Claude Van Damme.
We'll get him on next.
Yeah. But yeah, like we do things that we would never thought we would do, but it's 10 times better.
Yeah.
10 times better. I can't explain it to you how good
is that because there's a monkey off your back? Like,
monkey off your back. Yeah, I guess. I think it's always going to be there. People always see me as that, and like I'll always have that over my shoulder, if that makes sense. But yeah, I embrace it at the same time, because this experience that I have had and continue to will hopefully encourage people, if they're viewing this, when they view this, and hopefully you sit back and go, maybe I should stop.
yeah.
Because if you give you an example, those people watching will look at me and go, this guy's a loser, this guy's gambled all his money, ha ha ha. Cool, excellent. I still want you to come on board.
Yeah.
I want you to be part of my team. Because I hope and I wish the best for you big time, because I don't want anyone to live the life that I had. And I hope you get the right people in your life. You might already have those right people in your life, but it's really important to share the stories that you might not want to be talking about.
Yeah. Guys, listen, Tim's bearing his heart on his shoulder here.
Yeah, well, I do wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah.
Yep. And and I am stubborn as well. So so that's probably the biggest challenge, is having an open conversation with people that might not want to listen, but yeah, and you guys too. Like, used to every time I've spoken, you both looked at me, I've looked it up, and you're both listening very carefully, which is great. You know what I mean? And
I think your story is so powerful, and being able to give those the people out there who are stuck in possibly in this addiction, give them the hope that even just looking at yourself, you can come out of it. You can. The story about you being able to give your nephew, was it a birthday present?
Yeah, well, my best friend's kid.
Your best friend's kid.
Yeah.
A birthday present where you've never been able to do that before.
Yeah.
Like, that really tugs.
Yeah.
And that gets
That's
you.
pretty cool. And it was a dinosaur.
Awesome.
And I also taught him how to hide chocolates in his room so his parents don't find out.
Oh, hopefully they're not listening.
No, they saw me show him. But again, my nieces and nephews were just turned 18 and 21. I don't get the opportunity to see my brother's nephews, my brother's kids much anymore. But my niece turned 21, and I gave her, in my opinion, everything I could possibly give her for her 21st. And my nephew, again, I gave him everything I could possibly give him at the time for his 18th. And I never gave him much before that, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Then they weren't expecting it as well, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
They said, Uncle Tim, he's not. Like, as an uncle, when I was young and I saw my uncles, I kind of expected them to give me something. Like grandma, you put $5 in your Christmas card. You banked on that so you can go to the corner shop and get some chocolates or something.
Yeah.
And that's how the memories that I'm trying to change, that they never had before.
Yeah. And that must give you even more hope in the future as well, of doing more of that. Just seeing the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
And that will give you, I guess, you encouragement.
With the fruits of labor, I make sure. So last weekend, I think it was Thursday, it was Wednesday night, because every Wednesday night I have, I don't start work till the next day, till later on. But I made Rocky Road and delivered it to all my friends on the Central Coast on Saturday morning. My sister, my mum and dad, Aaron, Noodles and Nathan and
Noodles.
yeah, his nickname's Noodles.
That's that's a great nickname.
And the gentleman that's doing our website as well, which is like, I'm not very good at technology. To him, it's normal for him to do what he's doing, but the stuff he's done with our website, it's just so good. And I got him and his newly wedded wife some Rocky Road as well, which they weren't expecting.
Yeah,
but a little bit of Rocky Road,
a little gesture of your appreciation.
Yeah. So there's things that I do as well.
Yeah, awesome.
And it's the world's best Rocky Road, by the way.
I hope to.
You've had it at Christmas time.
That was yours?
Yeah, that was one of them was mine. So there was two versions.
There was two there. I can't remember which one was the best one, but I'm sure it was yours. I love Rocky Road. Yeah. It's really good.
You're a sweet man.
I think I kept going back for more.
Yeah.
and that was the time I've just lost 20 kilos, and Christmas rolls around. I'm like, oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, my auntie Phyllis in Sydney, my Italian side of the family, she loves Rocky Road, and I made a big batch for her for Christmas. You know what I mean? Because the amount of times that my aunties have gone out of the way for me to make me big lasagnas and schnitzels and stuff like that, I thought, you know what, this is all for you. She ate it all like that night, which is a lot of chocolate.
Yeah,
but yeah, she
that is a lot of chocolate.
Yeah, she loves Rocky Road. So biggest thing. But yeah,
can I just take it back a bit? You said you got onto, was it BetStop where they?
Yeah, BetStop. Yeah. So I don't know if you know about that, but if you're not on it, come along with it in May. Lock yourself down for a May. You can designate a time on BetStop, which stops you from gambling on all the apps. You can't do that for the time frame that you decide to do it.
Yeah,
I'm a life member, which is a great feeling. Again,
does it cost you anything to be a part of that?
$0. It actually makes you money because you're not gambling and losing it at all. So it's a great initiative.
Yeah. At what point in your gambling journey did you decide I need to?
I never knew about BetStop.
Yeah,
and I spoke to Roger Fabry last year, and he mentioned it, and I jumped straight on top of it. Roger Fabry's been fantastic. He's a sprint coach for athletes that want to become quicker. I know he coaches some NRL men and women's players, but yeah, he's a little podcast we did last year. He mentioned BetStop, and didn't know about it. And I'm learning so much from this charity, learning more stuff every day and networking with people. And I'll learn more from you tonight as well. So I'm a sponge. I soak everything in.
Soak it up.
Just not technology.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
And shout out to Glamorous Terrigal. You've done so much for me. I appreciate your support and helping me and guiding me to be a better technology person with Instagram. I don't even know what it's called, and Facebook and all that stuff. And now I've got TikTok, which is annoying in a way because I need to update TikTok. You got to do TikTok. It's kind of like the reason TikTok. You got to stay on top of it.
Yeah.
The time runs out.
Got to get in that algorithm.
Got to get. Yeah, I haven't done any scrolling, but I've posted stuff and people supposedly like it. So, she's been fantastic. A few other shout outs. I wouldn't mind shouting out some sponsors if that's okay.
Go for it. No, 100% go for it.
Yeah, so I just want to supply Comply Accounting on the Central Coast has come on board. Carpentry, Seaside Carpentry and Paint, another company that's come on board. Obviously, we mentioned Wesley Mission. They've come on board. Gamble Aware's come on board. My brother has got a company called Fortis Concrete. His company's come on board as well. Erina Gym has come on board. It's called Impact Gym at Erina. They're actually donating a membership for the golf day as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so people are just saying that I should just take up that membership. But
that's not very nice.
Well, the people on the board say I should.
They just want you close to home.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And a couple of other sponsors that we've got. I've actually lost track of thought now because we've discussed some other things. Yeah, so I apologize for them, but if I come back to them, I'll
and you got you got us, Sea Hope Podcast.
Sea Hope Podcast as well. Absolutely. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to come on here. So
we're very happy to have you on, and and this has been awesome. Seeing your story go from feeling like what sounds like rock bottom to then turning your life around, and then seeing that how powerful that's been in your life and wanting to do that for others.
Yeah.
And I think that is some of the most powerful stories that you have out there, that you've seen the hope and you just want to share it.
Yeah.
You want to see other people come through out the other side, have what you have, because it feels so good, and you get out of that trap. You get out of that dark place. Your mates get around you. Yeah, I think it's very powerful what you're doing, and we hope
it's a great little challenge.
Yeah,
and everyone loves a challenge, especially a bloke.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? And doing it with your mates and seeing the rewards at the end of it. Think about it. You might want to go buy new golf clubs at the end of the month because you got tons of money left over. Buy the tires on your car that are desperately need, or the service that you desperately need for your car.
Yeah,
there's so many scenarios.
Towards a house.
Towards a house.
Kids these days are
family activities, and this year a lot of the golf prizes and that are all activity based. So that's pretty cool. Get more people involved with outdoor activities, which is pretty exciting as well.
You got any other sponsors you want to shout out there?
Yeah, there's just one more I believe I missed, and that's Sydney Fire Spray, which is my cousin's company in down near Milperra, Sydney Fire Spray as well. So yeah, they've been fantastic helping us. They've come on board last year and they've come on board this year as well. So yeah, really, really thankful for those sponsors. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. John, you have anything more you wanna ask? Is there anything you want to say?
Hopefully we have you on next year, and we can see how.
Yeah, we could do a post Morpay May. Yeah, we'll do a post Morpay May. Maybe get a board member on here as well.
Maybe we have to take a few little snaps on the golf day.
Yeah, so
and show everyone how amazing this golf day is.
Dilemma asked Terrigal. She will hopefully do some social media posts for us, and post it and update stuff on social media really well, because I'll be a very busy man that day, so we'll definitely need that happening. Back on that, the golf day, please sign up. There's only 4 or 5 groups left, which is a 4-person Ambrose event.
Yeah.
You do need 4 people to play. You can play with 3.
What was the date of that again?
The 2nd of May.
2nd of May.
At Cooinda Water Golf Course. So basically you need to be there at 7 a.m.
Yep.
And it'll probably wrap up at around 2:33.
And how do you book that in?
Through our website, through social media links as well. It's all on there. Really simple to do. Again, our website designer, Jared Keynes, is all over that stuff, and he's brilliant. He's made it fantastic. If you want one of these hats, which look really good, by the way,
they look pretty good.
It actually suits all genders, which is fantastic. And the golf shirts as well. So reason why we've got these is because we need to get as much branding out there as possible.
Yeah.
Because it's actually a conversation starter. People go, "Oh, what's Morpay May?" And we start. I love it when people ask me those questions. It's if you want to raise awareness of gambling and get people to have a gambling-free month of May and have more of your paycheck in the month of May.
Got to start somewhere.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you coming on. Me coming on. Yeah, you coming on your podcast. No, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And hopefully we get some traction.
You're welcome.
As well.
We're really appreciative of you coming on. Guys, Tim, an amazing bloke. Jump on his website. If you want the help, there's no shame in it. We want to see you have the hope that he has, and that we hope to see you go through that as well, and that you come out the other side, that you get to take home Morpay in May, and that you turn your life around.
Yeah.
Like by looking at this man, it does wonders for your life. So
hey, reach out to me. I'm here. I'm an open book. I'll talk to you about anything.
He's a really lovely guy.
Yeah, and
personally attest to that.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, so that'll wrap us up. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Thank you for your comments that you're going to send through. If you have anything you want to ask us personally, or if you want to ask Tim, send it through to his website, or send us through anything on the comments. If anything actually is directed at him, we'll make sure he gets it as well.
Yes, follow us. We need 400 people. 400 is the goal this year.
Yeah, let's do it.
400. It's not many people, and that's a small goal to what we're going to go for next year.
That's it. All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.
See you next week.